Here's everything I fed my family of 8 for dinner this week as a mom of 6, almost 7. Let me just tell you, I'm in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, and cooking and eating have not really been my favorite things lately. Monday night, I threw some frozen meatballs and sausages into the crock pot with barbecue sauce. We like to eat this served over rice. Don't knock it until you try it. It's delicious. Tuesday night, I was not in the mood to record, but I made a super simple angel hair pasta and some crispy chicken. By the time you're seeing this video, it's like 2 weeks later, but for our little Christmas dinner, we did prime rib on the Traeger, ham, and then mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, corn on the cob, all of the goods. Thursday, my husband made steak and I made chicken and cheese orzo and then a side of Caesar salad. This is one of our favorite meals right now. We are eating this almost every single week. It's just so simple to make and so filling. And as you can see, Friday night, I tapped out. We had dino nuggies, apple slices, and birthday bunnies. Saturday, we did carne asada tacos, rice, beans, and salsa. And for simple Sunday, we did chicken salad sandwiches, chips, and a side salad.
We have officially reached the time of year where nothing sounds good for dinner. Christmas is over, it's dark all the time, and my stretchy pants are a lot less stretchy. So moving in the opposite direction of that holiday food, tonight we had this one-pan cheesy chicken taco rice. To make it, just get a big skillet over medium-high heat, add in some oil and 1 pound of chicken minus any weird spots. That's going to get seasoned with the seasonings I've listed below, and once it comes to a temp that's going to allow you to see 2025, you're going to add in 1 can of Rotel and 1 can of tomato sauce. Next up, it's going to get 1 tablespoon of Busy People garlic, 1 cup of rinsed rice, and a cup and a half of chicken broth, and then we'll just stir that all together and throw on the lid. Then after 15 to 20 minutes, you can just fluff up that rice, top it with your favorite cheese, and then pop it in the oven for just a couple minutes to get it melted. Then as a final touch, you can just sprinkle on some dried cilantro. Unless you're one of those cilantro tastes like soap people, you can skip that part.
Honey chipotle chicken fajitas in the oven in 1 sheet pan in under 30 minutes. Seriously, dinner has never been easier. You're going to start with some chicken breast, thinly slice it, and then we're going to add some olive oil, garlic, chili powder, coriander, oregano, onion powder, cumin, salt, adobo paste, and some honey. Mix it together well, add it to your sheet pan along with some bell peppers. I like to use 3 different colors, toss together, and then pop in the oven to bake until beautifully golden. You can finish it off with some cheese to melt on top and get it nice and ooey gooey, and then you just serve with some sour cream, tortillas, avocado, limes, red onions, whatever you like. It turns out so juicy and flavorful.
Tonight's dinner was a chicken stir fry we have in regular rotation around here that takes about 20 minutes from start to finish and is so good. Start with chicken thighs cut into bite-sized pieces and season them with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and ground ginger, then set them aside for about 15 minutes. Heat a large skillet over medium heat and add avocado oil and then add the chicken. To a saucepan, make the sauce with soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic, ginger, and honey. Once the chicken's done, scoop that out of that pan and then add in the veggies. I like to start with the broccoli and carrots and let them cook for just a minute, season them with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and ginger, and then add in the snow peas and mushrooms. Cook those down until they're softened, and while those are cooking, add a cornstarch slurry to your sauce to let it thicken. Once the veggies are done, add the chicken back in, add some thin spaghetti noodles, and top it with the sauce, and then toss it all together. We like to top ours with some sesame seeds, but we serve it up all on its own, no sides. It is a complete meal all by itself. This is one even the picky eaters in my house love on a busy weeknight, so we make it on a regular basis.
Those nights when you only have about 30 minutes of cooking energy, you have to make a pasta. Specifically a spicy rigatoni, but without vodka. And I think it's so funny when y'all say if you gotta chop up the vegetables, it's not an easy recipe, but yes, it is. That should only take 2 minutes. And by the way, if you want the recipe, just run to my Substack because it's there. Because after a long day, who wants to be in front of the stove for 2 hours? Well, don't get me to line because I actually love being in the kitchen, but sometimes the night just needs to end. So do yourself a favor and just make a spicy rigatoni pasta.
I made my husband the spiral grinder sandwich, and this was his favorite sandwich I made for him thus far, and I've made him many sandwiches. I saw a lot of different recipes, but I just used what I had in my kitchen. The filling is what really makes the sandwich, especially the lettuce filling. It's mayo, red wine vinegar. I put hot honey, garlic powder, salt, Italian seasoning, banana peppers. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'll put the recipe below, but yeah, try it out.
Anytime we have a family gathering, my family asks me to make them butter chicken, so here's how I make it. Start by marinating some cut up chicken breast with garlic and ginger, then season with red chili powder, tandoori, garam masala, ground coriander, turmeric, lemon juice, salt, and pepper. Let this sit for at least 20 minutes, then come back and add some yogurt and let this sit for at least an hour. Sear the chicken until it's 90% of the way cooked through and make sure you get some nice color on it. Then for the gravy, cook down some red onions, minced garlic, ginger, and some of those spices we used to season the chicken. Add in bay leaves, some strained tomatoes, a little bit of water, a cinnamon stick, and some sugar. Cover and let this simmer simmer for about 15 minutes, then transfer it to a blender and blitz this until it turns a nice orange color. Pour the gravy back into the pan, add in your butter, and whisk it all together so it's evenly combined. Pour in some heavy cream, the cooked chicken, and let this simmer for about 10 minutes until the chicken is all the way cooked through. You can garnish with some heavy cream and dried herbs. I just transfer this to some to-go containers, and it's ready for my family to devour.
Watch me teach you how to make this juicy soy glazed chicken. It has crispy edges with a sticky, savory, and perfectly caramelized sauce. In a bowl, add minced garlic, oyster sauce, soy sauce, honey, and stir it well together. Next, season the chicken with salt and pepper, then coat it with cornstarch on both sides. We're going to pan fry the chicken for around 4 minutes on each side until crispy and golden brown. Remove and set aside. In the same pan, pour in the sauce mixture and simmer for around 30 seconds. Add back the chicken and cook on high heat for 1 minute on each side. Once the chicken is fully coated in the thick, savory sauce, remove it from the pan, slice it up, and serve it with a bed of rice. Enjoy and thank me later.
Okay, let's make this vodka pasta. My best friend's the one that showed me this recipe. It's the John and Vinny's recipe on Bon Appetit. After she made it for me, I'm obsessed with it. It's my go-to every time I make vodka pasta. First, you're gonna start by finely dicing some garlic and a shallot. This is one of those recipes though where you really do have to finely dice it. You don't want big chunks of Next, you're gonna heat up a pan with some oil. I had some leftover tomato confit oil. And then you're gonna add in your diced veggies. Let that hang out in the oil for a little bit until it gets nice and soft. Next, you're gonna drop in your tomato paste, spread that out, and it's gonna get like a darker brick color. Season that with red pepper flakes, salt and pepper, and then add in your vodka. Once the vodka cooks off, you're gonna add your cream. This is my favorite part because it's where the sauce gets that like really nice color. Once you add the cream and stir it in, the sauce should thicken quite a bit. That's fine because once your pasta's ready, you can just toss in some extra pasta water to loosen it up a little bit. Next, you're gonna add in some butter, some shredded parm, some more pasta water, and toss that. Keep tossing until the sauce looks nice and glossy. Sometimes it takes forever, but I promise it's worth it. Lastly, add in your basil and toss it with the pasta. For people who wanted it, I added in some ground beef that was also tossed in the sauce.